Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah. It's a good little fish. Little Nessie action there. Think you got it. That's an absolutely beautiful fish. That's fine. Get him back. Here, bud. There's another one. Little dude. Well, guys, this morning's plan was to come here and check and see if these fish were here, to determine whether I wanted to come here this weekend for River Wars tournament. And these fish are definitely here this morning. As you guys can see, it's 3 bites in probably 5 minutes out of this spot. And all of them have been pretty good ones. And so, yeah, I mean, this is exactly what I was looking for. And so, yeah, I'm excited about it. I want to, you know, really fish this spot until one of you guys probably comes down here and fishes it after watching this video. And so, not going to be putting these videos out until after the tournament's over. And just keep on catching these fish, because that's just a ton of fun. So, yeah, that's what we're dealing with right now. 3 bites very, very quickly out of this one spot. Catching them on the new Nessie. And so, yeah, that's fun. It's really fun. So it's exactly what I was looking for, to be honest with you. So probably won't mess with this spot the rest of the week. It is Monday. Tournament's on Saturday. So if I let this place rest for a week, then these fish will probably just load right back up in here, and I'll be able to come in here with either coal shad or a Nessie and get them to bite. So, ton of fun. This is exactly what I was hoping would happen this morning, so that makes me happy. And yeah, just gotta keep on keeping on here, folks. There's another one. There's another one. I knew there'd be one on that tree. Little dude. Well, guys, I came here this morning with one goal in mind, and that was to check this stuff to see if it was something that I wanted to come do for the River Wars tournament. And I have determined that, yeah, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good spot. I think it has everything that I am looking for and that I would want in that tournament. I think the thing is now is that I've got another spot that I want to go check. Not probably today. I mean, it's another probably hour and a half south of here, but I've got an area where I know I can get a lot of bites, but the size might not be there, but there's a potential to catch like 1 or 2 big ones. And you know, it's one of those areas you're going to go down there, you get 10, 15 bites in a day. And so regardless of kind of what's going on, I know I'm going to be able to put a limit together. It's just whether I can get that big one to eat or not. Whereas with this spot, I know I'm going to get just a few bites. Most, if not all of them, are going to be that better than average, that bigger fish. But the problem with this area is if you don't capitalize on those bites, let's say you dump 1 or 2 of them, kind of like I did this morning, then you just don't get many more chances after that. And so, you know, that's kind of the crux of tournament fishing, is really determining what you want to do in those scenarios. You know, do you want to get a lot of bites, or do you want to go head hunting? And I think for me, sometimes head hunting can be good, especially if it's something consistent like this where I know I can show up. And it's like, you know, this one specific area is holding bigger than average fish. I know, hey, I got to capitalize on every one of these bites and just be ready for that. But then also there's times where me as the power fisherman, covering a bunch of water and getting as many bites as I possibly can help me to really kind of, I don't know, feel confident in an area and fish just a little bit cleaner, or maybe fish with a little bit more confidence in what I'm doing. But it's been fun so far this morning already. I've caught them all on the 7-inch Nessie. It's perfect gizzard shad imitation, and that is what these fish are eating. They're all in here eating gizzard shad, literally 5 to 8 inches long, and that is why this bait has been so good. It's why the cold shad has been so good as well. I mean, when they get keyed in on a size, you would be amazed how they'll eat it. And like, that's the thing, I think sometimes more size and profile than color gets them, and I think that that's what I'm dealing with right now pretty consistently in this area, is just a bunch of fish who are really keyed in on gizzard shad, and they're keyed in on eating gizzard shad, and so they absolutely smash things like the cold shad and the Nessie. And I'm actually going to cut this Nessie off right now and tie on the cold shad and see if we can get a bite on it as well, because if I can get a bite on both, I will rig up 2 different rods and throw a cold shad on one and a Nessie on the other one, because why the frick not? That'd be really awesome. But yeah, so I saw everything I needed to see this morning, that's for absolutely certain. Now we're gonna go fun fishing for a little while. Not that I hate saying that term. I've been saying that a lot lately, and I don't even like when I say it. Like, all fishing is fun, but I guess we're going to go fishing without an agenda would probably be the better way to say that. So we're gonna go fishing without an agenda for the rest of the day and see if we can get some bites. But consistent little area down here, which is good. It's good to see. This place went through a really bad time, to be totally honest with you. It went through a time where these fish just weren't living here, where the fishing was really tough, where the fish were very unhealthy, and I'm just not seeing that as much. And so that makes me happy to see that this is making a little bit of a bounce back up here. I think that the biggest thing is going to be just people not overfishing. I think that that was the issue before, was a lot of people were up here just putting a lot of pressure on this. A lot of that I have to put on myself because I was making videos up here. But yeah, I don't know. I'm happy with this morning. I'm having fun this morning. I don't know about you guys, but I'm having fun. I have no idea what this is. What a bass. My crap was all jacked up. Oh, buddy. Hope you didn't hook yourself too deep, man. Oh, nope, you're good. There you go. Little danky dink. Little danky dink. Gosh dang bluegills. These bluegills in here must be that gosh dang big. I mean, golly. They and just start swimming off with it like a 5-pounder. I mean, Lord have mercy. Chill out. All right, I need some help. We had beaver problems last week. Actually 2 weeks ago now. we're having beavers this week as well. Do beavers have a smell? Like I've heard of beaver castor. I've never smelled it. It smells like it's like BO mixed with like wet clothes, and it's like super strong in certain areas, and whenever I smell it I see beavers. So is there like a beaver smell? Do beavers have a smell that's like that? Because like I'm back here right now and it is just, I mean, it's rough. It's like, I mean, the best way I can describe it is body odor mixed with like wet, soured clothes or towels or something. Like, and it is just, ugh, thick. Comment down below. Let me know for any of you, you beaver experts. And I'm talking about the ones that live in the water, by the way, just so we're clear on that. All right, so it is 8 o'clock. We've been here for about 2.5 hours. I think that I've seen everything that I want to see here. I honestly don't want to put too much more pressure on this place. I want to go check another spot before the sun gets up and it gets too hot and I have to get off the water just to see if it's a good fallback for this spot, you know, because that's the thing. I especially with a spot like this, like I said earlier in the video, this is one of those spots where I come here and I'm not going to get a lot of bites, but the bites I'm going to get are going to be bigger than average ones. But I would love to have a fallback spot fairly close that is a spot where I can get quite a few bites, so that if it does get just, I don't know, really shitty on Saturday, I can at least get a limit and have some confidence in what I'm doing. So we're gonna pull the kayak out real quick, probably make like a 20-ish minute drive and go see what this other spot's like, see if it's fishing well, and if it is, then we will add it to the list of stuff that we can go do, and if not, then it just ain't fishing well and it is what it is. And I think that tomorrow we're probably gonna go check out the second spot I was talking about earlier too, that a whole other river. It's like an hour and a half further south than here, and if it's good, then it's just flipping a coin and seeing which one we want to come to. All right guys, here we go, spot number 2. We're gonna check this out and see if they're here. This is normally a good little spot for me. There's quite a few docks here to fish. There's some deep water access. It's kind of a main lake bank, drops off into deep water fairly quickly, and normally there's a bunch of fish up here. It also looks like that we're having a little bit of a mayfly hatch as well, which could help our bite. I don't know, we're just gonna have to find out. But yeah, we just gonna have to fish. And so yeah, there's definitely a mayfly hatch going on because they're freaking dead everywhere. But yeah, so we're gonna focus on this area for a little while, see if we can get a few extra bites, and then if we don't, then we know this isn't an area that we want to come to during the tournament, or could be a fallback area for us. And then we will just continue our practice for this tournament this week and see what we can get done. There we go. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Yep. That was a good little bite right there. Not a very big one, but that's what those, literally what I just talked about with the fish up here. I mean, that's imitating a bluegill more than it's imitating a mayfly. So that was fun. That was fun. That was a ton of fun. I thought that was going to be a lot bigger fish than that too, just because the way you kind of come east. Bloop. So for you guys that have never seen mayflies before, these are mayflies. That is what hatches out, and as you guys can see, they cover the leaves and the limbs, and they get all over everything. And anytime you hit a limb or do anything like that, they take off flying, they fall in the water, and they go out here, and when they hit the water, just like that, the bluegills start coming up and start eating them. And when that happens, a lot of the times the bass will follow them. So you guys can see, I mean, they are just all over these limbs. And again, if we shake, they fly just like that. And when they fly, that's good, because then again, right here, you'll watch these bluegills start coming up and smoking them off the top of the water. And in turn, the largemouth start coming up and smoking them too. And they get all over you and all over everything, and they're all in the kayak now. They're all over me. is part of it. But super fun bite. Super fun bite to get on. Love one. I mean, buddy, you should have known better than that. You should have known better than to eat that there. Oh, these trees up here are covered. I mean, Lord of mercy. The freaking limbs are hanging heavy with these things. That is awesome. That is so much, that is just, I love it. I love to see nature do stuff like this too. Like, there's something weird, I don't know, maybe it's weird, maybe it's not, but I love to see nature like do nature this hard. Like, it's like there's some, it's like the whole cicada hatch thing. It was just such a cool thing to watch, like the I guess the extremes of nature. Like, it's just such an extreme expression of nature being nature, and like, you know, it's just cool to see. I mean, it's just like, you know, as a teacher, a former teacher, and one of the things I always had trouble with science concepts with my kids is, you know, showing them things like this. And it's just cool when there's stuff like cicada hatches and when there's stuff like mayfly hatches and things like that, to just really show them just how extreme, you know, nature can be. And like in this instance, this is, I mean, these trees are literally hanging heavy with mayflies. And it's just such a cool example of nature just being nature. And it's really cool. And you guys can see here, look at these bluegills going crazy where I've knocked these mayflies out. Watch this. You guys can see, I mean, Lord of mercy, they're hanging heavy. That's cool. That was fun. That was a cool bite right there. I watched that fish come up and eat 2 mayflies right off the surface. So that dude is focusing on mayflies right there. That was fun. That was a fun bite. That was cool because I got to watch him eat those mayflies and then come and eat that frog. That's cool stuff. Heck yeah. Well, boys and girls, I had some fun today. It's been good. The day is definitely not over yet for me. I do have to get off the water though, so it's going to be end of the video for you guys. But we will get back after it hopefully again tomorrow. I was texting John to see if he wanted to go float a little river with me and do some practicing for the tournament. If I do end up fishing this river, I'll probably fish it with John, which is always fun hanging out with my buddy. But we will be fishing against each other, so it'll be real cutthroat, if you know what I mean. I really won't. But yeah, this morning was fun. We caught them on the Nessie, we caught them on the frog, we caught them flipping, we caught them doing about everything that old Alex likes to do. The Nessie bite was very interesting this morning. Kind of helped me to determine probably what I'm going to do in my tournament, unless tomorrow turns out to be really good down on that other river. But I'm so glad that you guys clicked on this video. I really am. You guys are awesome. As always, you guys are sweet, and we will see you guys later. Woo! Whoop.